Welcome, listeners, to the 54th episode of the Tempest Gamecast. We're happy to have you join us tonight. I am your host, Scrivean. I am joined by my co-host, Harper.
Hi.
And my other co-host, the leader of our Guild Wars 2 awesome team, Diemos.
Hey, what's up?
So how was you guys' week this week? It was awesome. The Guild Wars is doing awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They always have stuff up. Look at their war report every week.
Hey, we have our war report up. Thank you, Greer.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with some internet plagiarism.
Oh, what? I had a good
format.
week.
I should say format plagiarism.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I had a really good weekend. What about you guys?
Good. Lots of gaming, and took the girls for their first swimming lesson tonight. So,
Aww.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Nothing like the smell of chlorine in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bring back
Definitely.
memories.
Well, actually, I'm looking to do that with my daughter this summer.
It's good. It's good to do. You know, just to get. Do y'all have a pool?
6-month-old swimming lessons? No, we do not.
Oh, okay.
They have a really nice pool, though, where you are. Kiddie pool.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Sweet.
It's awesome.
So I always feel bad. I can't take her in there. I know there's the baby pool, too, that has the little diaper area. But I'm like, I feel bad taking a baby with a diaper into a pool. But hey, we're way off topic now.
Yes, we are.
So, but my weekend was good in gaming. I think I popped into Star Wars for like 5 minutes, but most of my weekend was taken with Marvel Heroes, of which I got my Hulk up to 20 to 22, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
Playing that with Godmocker, we were destroying villains. We'll talk about that later. And then, of course, playing Neverwinter as much as I possibly could over the weekend. So
It's a
it was
fun
good.
game. It really is.
Nice.
It is. Now, the thing is, I got into leveling mode, and out go the instances, because there's no one up there with me. So I'm like, oh well, there's no one to run instances with in the guild. So
What about pugging it?
I did the first one like that. I could on the second one. I think the problem I'm having with the instances, I was talking, I think Romeo's scaring me off of them, because I'm like, okay, I've got 30 minutes now. 30 minutes before my daughter's about to wake up. So, or before my daughter will probably wake up. So, and I'm like, hey, how long is the instance at this level? He goes, it takes about an hour and a half. I'm like, oh man, I can't do it then. He said a lot of them take 45 or more minutes, and I'm like, I don't have time for that, unless I do it late at night. And by that time, I've already gained like 5-6 levels, and I'm on to the next one.
Yeah, and that's to be expected with any new game or new expansion or anything like that, because
that's not the queue.
No, I'm
That's
talking
to do
about
the
getting
instance.
through
Oh, yeah.
getting through the dungeon, because nobody knows what's going on in the dungeons yet.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to figure things out and do all that, then it definitely takes a while.
Well, I think the big thing is going to be, I think they all have versions of the elite level or heroic or whatever they're calling it in this game.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I was about
So
to
you can
ask
just
you
do it.
that.
I'm not worried about it, because when you guys all catch up,
Yeah, well, we
I
will.
will just go do the heroic versions of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what'd you do this weekend?
I played WoW, of course. Had to get my Valor capped. Thank you, Cirrhosis. And
I'm sure he's the one driving it.
he is a slave driver. I'm not even gonna lie. But anyways, and then I also played Neverwinter and got my cleric up to 25. So I'm very happy about that. And I'm enjoying her quite a bit, I have to say. I healed the second dungeon, and it was chaotic as crap the last fight, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm really starting. It reminds me a lot of healing in Terra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But with Terra, it's not. I mean, to me, with this game, it's even faster paced as far as the fights go. So you really have to be right on with your aim.
especially if you go with the pug group.
Yeah.
Because they're just going to keep going. They don't
Yeah.
stop.
No.
I
And then they
was the
roll need
Guardian
on
fighter,
stuff
and
that
it's like,
they can't
oh, just
use.
rolling need on. I've met so many people who are doing that. Team up to go do an area, and people are rolling need on. I'm like, why are you rolling need on that? That's a rune. You don't need that. We should be greeting. Oh, I'm rolling need on everything. I'm like, okay, cool. Kick from group.
Typical
Yeah.
bug. Good stuff.
Yeah, so anyways, it was a lot of fun, and healing does get a lot of aggro, but it's not too bad. Not as bad as it was initially. I think they have fixed it. Plus, I traded as high as I can in whatchamacallit, so I'm not pulling hate as much. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But it was great. What about you, Diemos? What'd you do?
Guild Wars 2.
And what'd you do in Guild
Imagine
Wars
that.
Did you PvP? I bet you PvP'd.
I bet I did a lot of stuff. And I did a little bit of Firefall this week too. And
Oh,
I did
cool.
Vanguard last night with Whitey.
I saw that. There's a couple of people who were going to do Vanguard. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was
That was
tempted.
fun.
I was like, oh, I might have to jump
I
into that,
know.
even though I'm like
I know,
level
me too.
5.
I have
or
like a
something.
level. How high do we get when we were all together? Was it 18 or 19
In the
Diemos?
teens.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think you guys
When
were.
we were all playing. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's
That was fun.
17.
My blood mage. She was fun.
That was good. All right, here we go. Let's jump over to gaming industry news, and this is the world premiere of the new gaming news trailer. Bumper, whatever the hell it is. And here are your hosts with news from the games we love. See, we got them all in there. We're going to go ahead and go with Guild Wars 2 first. Got all the games in there now. Oh, most of them. I left a couple out. We've got like
Oh, yeah.
2 people play Aeon and all that stuff. So
Nice.
yeah,
So
yep, yep.
pretty.
Alright, cool. So Guild Wars 2, Colin Johannesson, the lead designer, posted a brief summary of what the living world means to ArenaNet, just because there's a lot of questioning about it. And what to expect, huh?
I'm sorry. It means the secret world because if I remember the trailer for the living world, it was.
Exactly. The games which you rue there for trailers.
That was really interesting, I have to say.
And oh yeah, there was yeah, they made another one after that, but it wasn't
Yeah,
like
it was-
a trailer, but yeah. So in their quote here, it says, "The living world, above all, is an attempt to give the sense that the world is changing and evolving, and it allows the opportunity to upgrade and make part of our existing game better permanently. A living world narrative also allows us to rebuild and change an existing zone or dungeon, or even possibly destroying one." So he goes on to mention the potential of having like this the living world content return to a more permanent status in a way, like adding some of these bosses to maybe the guild mission bounties or challenges, or even the fractals, because fractals is kind of like the story behind it. I mean, it's kind of like a moment in time, like Caverns of Time in WoW. You know,
Mhm.
it's something
That's
that
cool.
happened in the past. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it
that
would make
was-
sense to put it in
Huh.
the fractals. So that's pretty cool to see, and it's actually really cool. I hope they do like actually reconstruct entire zones that are already in the game. I think that would be tight.
Well, that's cool. It keeps the game fresh as well.
Absolutely. So yeah, they're also looking at ways. This was just today. They're looking at ways, because it's been a huge debate ever since launch, of course, about the magic find and what it actually means. And players are suggesting on the suggestion forums about, you know, why have it on, like, why have a complete magic find set and we don't have any of our stats, so we, you know, we're not doing any damage really and stuff like that. So they're saying that they're in discussion right now trying to come up with ideas. I think, just off the top of my head, I think it would just be tight to have it, I don't know, built into your character rather than having to have a magic find gear set. Because that's what I do right now, and like even with my build, I can do some nasty crits with my build in my DPS gear, but if I go full magic find, I hit like a wet noodle. And I do that for
definitely
events.
Gimps you,
Or
for sure.
maybe a single item that you
Yeah,
equip.
or yeah,
something
like
like
a
that.
trinket,
That you could not level up, but has different levels. So, you know, the normal white. Well, I guess in Guild Wars, the different whatever the colors are. You know, white, green, blue, purple, orange, and the higher you get by multiple different ways of getting it, maybe that one thing you can equip, so it doesn't kind of mess with your primary stats as much, or make it another stat that's like some other, I don't know, make it a bracelet or something.
Right, yeah, totally. So, yeah,
so
but
you can get it.
they have
not-
said though,
Yeah.
that's what they want, and they're just looking at a way to implement. I think when a WoW when WoW first come out, we know that they had resistance and stuff like that, but I could have sworn they had something that increased your chances of loot, too. So I don't know. Maybe they'll just
Burning Crusade had the rumored lucky rabbit's foot from the troll, but I don't think that was true.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember. I thought they did.
You're supposed to keep it in your bag or something.
And lastly, they said he also posted today that they'll be releasing info on the first May update shortly. So that's interesting.
Ooh, that's nice. Multiple updates.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Well, Flame and Frost is going away, right?
yeah, Flame and Frost ends on the 16th completely. The epilogue will be on the 12th from the 16th. So yeah.
Nice.
So
You
yeah.
have people who are close to getting that award.
Huh?
You have people close to getting that award.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay,
I
cool.
pretty much, I think the majority of the people that have been keeping up with it, at least.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we'll have a lot of those come the 12th, or whatever. I know the 12th for sure, but so they'll be releasing that, and then they'll release a new blog post as a follow-up from their January post about the direction of the game, and they'll update that, I guess, or because if you go back, they've actually pretty much checked everything off that list that they posted in January. So it'll be good to see what they plan on doing in the future. That's it.
Awesome. How about World of Warcraft news?
Well, in World of Warcraft, more 5.3 stuff. They have talked. They kind of are talking more specifically about the heroic scenarios, and basically, you're going to get the heroic difficulty option. And they did release 4 new scenarios: Blood in the Snow, Dark Heart of Pandaria, Secrets of Ragefire, and Battle on the High Seas. And 2 previously released scenarios: Crypt of Forgotten Kings and A Brewing Storm. So you'll have the option to go heroic for these, which will be really cool. They really sound
these
pretty
like
neat.
Chronicles? Like, are they solo stuff?
No.
They're three.
No,
three people.
threes.
Close
Yeah.
to Chronicles. Chronicles
3?
are 2.
Okay.
but
Yeah. Oh, that's
2
right.
is
Yeah.
soloable if you're overpowered, but yeah, it's 3 people, and it doesn't matter any class mix.
Cool.
You can
Yeah.
go
Now with the
that way.
heroic, though, you're going to want to take a healer of some sort, but everything else is fine, supposedly. I think eventually you won't even need that. You'll just need a hybrid, like
once you start
DPS
bashing
monk or boomkin druid or whatever. But I think initially, you're going to want to take a healer.
Shadow Priest.
Yeah. Hey, a druid. But anyway, so it sounds pretty cool. Also, in just kind of Blizzard entertainment news, Laura is actually leaving Gamebreaker to join Blizzard. He's going to be a part of their community team.
Spot and
Yeah.
He's leaving everything.
and all of those.
His
yeah.
whole guild.
He has to.
And I think that's awesome. Congratulations to
Yeah,
him.
that's
I know.
That is
amazing.
fantastic to be,
Definitely.
to support a game that long where you're finally recognized and brought in. Yeah, it's an expert.
That
It's
is.
pretty
That's
good.
really tight.
That's really good.
Yeah,
And he
And
is.
now he gets to
excited.
love it and be paid for it.
I know.
Yeah,
How
right.
awesome is that? I don't know how good the pay is, but to actually enjoy what you do, to me, that would be kind of equal.
I'm curious though, is like in his little video he made about it, he was saying how, of course the move and everything getting situated again, he's gonna have to cut content, but he kept throwing out words that almost sounded like Blizzard would be mandating him putting out content anymore. Like he kept mentioning, I could have sworn he kept mentioning like he would be
He's
streaming
going to be a
other
community
games.
manager, right?
Yeah, he's going to be in
community
community.
manager.
Yeah,
So he's like that middleman, right, between developers
Yeah.
and feedback or whatever from players. Yeah, so
Blue.
I could see if they, had to mandate him, whatever, watch him, but
Yeah.
Well, I
interesting.
imagine, it's going to be hard for him to hold back, because he's so used to giving us
Absolutely.
all about everything. So, it's going to be hard for him. So that I really can't say that I blame them, but I'm sure he'll get the hang of keeping it hush hush and not saying too much and that kind of thing. So,
I
and
love the quote.
huh?
The quote you're about to say.
Oh, okay. Basically, Bashok, which is, one of the blue guys, and he posted that he's super excited for lore, aka Josh, to join the World of Warcraft North American Community team. He's a great fit for the team and Blizzard, and we're really looking forward to adding his biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. So I thought that was pretty
Borg.
cool.
That's right. Go Borg.
Yeah, so anyways, I thought that was cute. So it's pretty cool stuff, but that's really, and more 5.3 coming up and that kind of thing. So that I'll have to report. What about SWTOR?
I read you had a note there on triple spec, and real quick, I thought that was triple sec, and I thought we were going to talk.
No, I'm not even going to mention that because there's
bartending
just
or
so
whatever.
much. There's so much. I'm not even going to unpop that cork right now. So we'll just talk about that another time.
We have so much news this week. I'm going to try to get through this.
Yeah.
SWTOR. BioWare released a short video highlighting the new playable race, which is actually one of the pictures we're using for the show this week is the Cathar, the cat people. Also, the update being named, our customization players are being treated to a plethora of new character mods. You can go in there and change everything everything you could change before on your face, and there are more options on face, body, hair, all that other things, looks, whatever is all being changed, hairstyle, hair color, species, even, and other options that are in, and more that'll be added later. Also being added in are dye modules, which you can apply to all gear above level 50, all crafted gear after level 15. The dyes can be applied to the primary or secondary colors and are available through crafting, through drops, and through the Galactic Trade Network. Cartel coins and all that kind of stuff.
Breaking news.
Being added in. What's that?
Is that breaking news? Lex Luger is playing Defiance.
Go Lex! Go Lex.
Go Lex!
Yeah. Okay, jumping over to Neverwinter. The game is now live, or sort of live. It's in open beta, and everyone can play it for free, no wipe. Tuesday hit enthusiasm of the free-to-play community devastated the servers. Queue times were
the server.
phenomenal queue times. But the good thing is Cryptic reacted actually pretty quickly. In 1 to 2 days, queues are gone.
Yep,
That's
they
because
fixed it.
people were pissed at the game. But what I'm reading on Twitter, that is not the case. Twitter and Reddit and everything is that almost all the reviews are very positive for Neverwinter. So they got that all fixed. I don't even think they created any new servers. They just kind of remodded it, and it was everything. I guess that whatever maintenance they had to do went to every Cryptic game. Champions Online and Star Trek and Neverwinter were all affected. So hey, if you're going to crash a server, take every game down the company makes. That's a good thing to do. The only relief that for the queues were the founders, the $200 founders, the big boys and girls, who had head of the line privilege. Of course, somebody pointed out if 1,000 founders are trying to log in, you're still going to be in a 1,000-person queue. So the reviews are positive. The only downside I'm seeing of the entire Never, the feedback, I'm seeing a little bit more as more people play with stuff. But the downside is the amount of freaking currency that they have. There are diamonds, there are Zen, there's gold, silver, copper, there's Manticore marks, lion marks, glory, way too many currencies. So, but they'll learn. Star Wars finally learned after a year and a half, and we went down to one planetary currency, finally.
Yeah.
So, out of Neverwinter into the other game I played this weekend, Marvel Heroes. Open beta weekend was there in honor of Iron Man 3, and I guess the two must have built off each other because the beta went very well. There were lots of players who logged in. They were given the opportunity to play any of the Avengers characters that they wanted. They could pick any of them, so I think it was open. That was good. Everyone was also given 2,000 in-game not in-game, the currency you're going to use to buy, actually real money stuff, to buy your characters or whatever. Everyone got that. They changed the starter characters away from the typical ones, and you were able to play Captain America, Black Widow, Thor, Hulk, or even Iron Man. It was the first open beta weekend that they've had. At launch, there are 26 heroes, distinctive heroes, with each hero having a number of alternate costumes and stuff available as well. So there's a lot of stuff to do. Godmocker played like a fiend this weekend, and so he finished the game. He beat Dr. Doom, which is the last guy. Now, Lex Luger also pointed out something very important. The game is not complete. It's still an open beta. It launches in the first week in June, and they've already stated there's plenty of in-game stuff and other stuff that they haven't added in yet. It's not in, so it'll be added before they launch. So there's a lot of stuff to do.
This is an action RPG, right? It's not an MMO.
They're classifying it as an MMO, but I don't know.
Really?
I haven't seen anything with guilds. It is massively multi. I mean, I was in there with like 30, 40.
I guess you
yeah.
can.
Yeah, I was playing with like 30. We were going through zones, and I was with like 30 people, and we were beating down zone bosses that showed up.
Oh wow!
We
cool.
took out Venom, Madam Hydra. There was a couple other ones that we took out as a zone, and then you can go into your instances, part of your quest line with your group, which I think is 5 people. So you can group up, and there's crafting in it and that kind of stuff. So it's shared bag, shared crafting level. So if you level 1 characters, crafting up to 4, every one of your characters will have crafting level 4. You can switch characters anytime during the game, no logging out, and then you just kind of go to your roster, pick the new character, and go in. Now, of course, if you're in level 20 area, killing level 20 stuff, and you zoom in your Mrs. Marvel level 1, she's going to get her butt handed to her very, very quickly by the level 20 high mobs. So you can go back, but you can go back and reset it. You can also go back and reset the entire... You can finish the game on one character, and if you really want to be that hardcore, think prestiging in Modern Warfare or Battlefield, whatever, you can go reset all content. And you won't lose your character. Your first character you leveled up to level 20 will stay 20, and then start your new character at level 1 and go through the prologue and chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, all again. So it's pretty cool. WildStar announced their second area, Crimson Isle, and also Storm Talon's Lair. It's a raid instance where players will face off against a recently re-engineered or genetically engineered Pale God bent on death and destruction. Go to the WildStar website to find out more information on that, as well as a bunch of pictures, or not, I should say pictures, a bunch of art, graphic art, and stuff that they're working on that. Repopulation, wow. I mean, they keep up, they do their monthly updates. I have to say this is one of the games that they don't do a lot of updates during the month, but at the end of the month, when they do their end of the month update, holy crap, they hit you with a wall of text. It is good and bad in everything they released, and the good is that they're making significant progress on the game. They worked on crafting and graphics and areas and quest writing and zones and NPCs, and there was a ton of stuff in there. Class balance, of course, if you're not in the alpha, you don't know anything about the class balances, so even when they put those updates in there, it doesn't really mean much to you on that. But you can kind of getting a general idea of what there aren't really classes, I guess. It's a classes system. It's skill-based. Then the other thing is, the bad is that, wow, it's a lot of stuff to read, but there's not a lot of bad information. They
I'm
also
looking
wrapped
forward
up
to that game.
Yeah, I am
wanna
too.
see
Very
it.
much
Oh.
so. I can't wait. That's it. I'm going to be on the hardcore server. The game seems to be moving along nicely. Development is continuing in a lot of areas. They wrapped up their Name Their Zone contest, and it was pretty cool. They put a screenshot of a zone up. Just a screenshot and said, name this zone. Thousands of players applied, and I didn't see who won it. I know they were down to the finalists at the end of last week. The winner was being awarded a $100 support package, which is basically, it's like donating $100 to the game. It's an indie game. What you get out of that is basically that person becomes a platinum member. They can start a nation, a multi-city nation, all the benefits, multiple character slots in 5 days early, blah, 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 all the stuff that a platinum package gets, everything the gold package gets, everything a silver package gets, and there's a lot of stuff. So, I mean, it was pretty cool. Too many things to mention. They're getting ready to, I think their website said they're getting ready for their next alpha phase, and they expect to hopefully move into beta sometime soon.
Sweet.
Harper, you had some Camelot Unchained goodness in there somewhere?
I do, yes. Camelot Unchained reached its full Kickstarter goal of $2 million this week. After reaching the goal, they also announced that they had received an additional $3 million from an unannounced sponsor. So I wonder who that is.
Good news.
Please, God, don't let it be EA. Please, God.
I thought it was Mark
EA
Jacobs himself.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's what I read.
See, I didn't know.
He tacked on $3 million.
Okay, I thought, when I read it, it was on.
I love Mark Jacobs. But anyways, so there's also a video that talked about their UI being web-based, meaning that there is a lot of flexibility for custom displays and access to almost anything that does not require the player's actual presence in the game world.
It was pretty interesting reading that. That was, they said they're basically going to use web technology. The game's going to be the game. It's going to be on some servers and stuff, but every overlay is going to be web-based or using JavaScript or whatever the hell the modern web stuff is using. So that, they said you're going to see some amazing customization of data, whatever you can gather from what the game is sending out there. You can have, you can track stats of how many demons have I killed today. Whatever players can come up with on that overlay, you can put in. And it'll be completely customized to you, what you want.
Yeah,
so cool.
I think that game is just going to be just crazy once they finally finish it, but who knows when that will be. Yeah. But at least they have their financial backing. So my brother-in-law is just like hyped up to play this game. So I'll be hearing a lot from him, I'm sure, over the next year, 6 months, or whatever it takes to get things going off the ground.
The Secret World, it is what it is still. I do like the game, however, I just haven't had enough time to play lately. Game director Joel Bylas released his latest State of the Game letter, and I have to say, there's some exciting stuff in there, but overall I get a very lackluster feeling from it. He seems pretty distracted. I know he's in charge of all 3 games now. Age of Conan and Anarchy Online. He seems distracted. The team does not seem focused. I read the forums, every day, every couple of days, and I'm just looking at it going, yeah. It looks like there's a great RP-based thing going on with all the theater and stuff that goes along with the theater, but if you're not into that, you're still doing nightmares. Yay, nightmares. Okay, on to the Elder Scrolls Online. Breaking news today, they had their Ask Us Anything number 4 is out. There's a lot of information on there. It's on their website. There was no... they did confirm that there is currently, in the era, remember 300 years, I think we're 300 years after Skyrim, or whenever it is, there are no confirmed Dragonborn anymore existing, and shouts are a thing of legend that don't exist. So, that doesn't mean that they're absolutely not in, but that they're probably not in, so don't look for those things. There was a ton of stuff on lore and other things in there with, faction fighting and PvP and that kind of stuff. And, of course, they reconfirmed that, your character will be able to use any kind of armor and weapons that they want, because it's skill-based. Of course, there will be benefits and detractors. Well, there'll be benefits and detractors on all the armor on basically what you're trying to do. So a plate-wearing mage is possible, but it may not be the most efficient thing to do. But you can do it. And then the last breaking news as of, I think it was today. Greer posted it in the forums, and I had actually put it in our notes before that. But so I kind of beat him to the punch, but maybe not. Walt Disney Corporation has made a deal with the devil. Electronic Arts. Today announced that a multi-year exclusive licensing agreement to develop and publish globally new games based on Star Wars characters and storylines. And it goes through in there and talks about EA will develop and publish new Star Wars titles for core gaming audience. It'll be on the PC, on phones, on the iPad, on multiple consoles, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever else. It demonstrates their commitment to creating quality game experiences, and I'm not sure that I buy into that. I think that's a Disney belief.
Rushing games to finish when they're not complete just to make some money. Yes.
Now we have Disney and
that
EA
would be EA. Out.
Okay, they said they talked about every developer dreaming of working on Star Wars games and all that other stuff in there. And I looked up and I put in the forum notes a couple because they said it's three things under Disney there. In there, it's DICE, Visceral, and BioWare that are affected by those. Are the 3 big gaming companies owned by EA. Of course, BioWare does SWTOR and KOTOR, or Knights of the Old Republic. Visceral is the Dead Space, and then 007, I believe, or maybe it's just Dead Space. And then DICE is 007 and Battlefield. So now, if you take those games and you kind of build off of those, look at Battlefield, new engine, Battlefield, Star Wars. Okay, that could be cool. Go to the 007, a highly successful group of games, GoldenEye and those kinds of things. Build that as a single player. Okay, they could do that. They might go head-to-head with Knights of the Old Republic with BioWare. And then you throw in the Dead Space first-person shooter kind of thing, too, which was Dead Space, got great reviews as well. So there are some good things in there. Unfortunately, of the 3 companies, none of them are really MMO companies, so we don't know what's going to happen with MMOs when the new movies start coming out.
So what?
And yes,
what's
I
the
did include
famous quote
BioWare.
here?
The what?
What's the famous quote here? A wound in the force.
A wound in
the force. I felt a great disturbance in the force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried in terror and suddenly were silent.
Very nice, very nice. I like that.
Yeah, that's kind of appropriate, Diemos. Good one.
All right, and that's our news for the week. And holy crap, there was a lot of it.
There was a lot of it.
All right, real quick, I'm going to talk about PayPal. PayPal supports the home website, TGC website. TeamSpeak now supports the GTFO website. Player of the Month and giveaways, which we've done a couple of giveaways with not many people actually interested in getting it. I don't know if Cirrhosis gave Santier the glasses yet, but I think he was the one who wanted them. Help support Tempest Gaming Community, which in turn turns around and supports you. Everything we do is paid for by your donations. Nothing else. So we certainly appreciate it. And on to the next thing. Game of the Month. Every month, we have a new game challenge. And we get 12 game challenges complete, and you get a nice, cool award. Actually, you complete 1 month, and you get a nice new award. And every month you get a nice shiny star on top of that. This month, for the May 2013, the game of the month is Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon. Now, it's an expansion that does not require you to have Far Cry 3, and we will take a second and watch a quick trailer if you haven't seen it. Yes, the sketchy video is exactly as it is designed into the trailer. And here we go.
Peggy 18.
Sausage pancakes and cream. Lots of it. Nouveau Palais. We're waiting for you.
It is the near future. The apocalypse has had an apocalypse. A rogue cyborg army is reshaping the world into cyber hell. And only one thing can stop them.
Let's show them how cyber commandos get it done.
Mark Force style, motherfucker!
I want them alive.
From the toxic ashes of Vietnam War II, a new breed of renegade soldier is born. Part man, part machine. All cyber commando.
Fuck you.
Sergeant Rex Colt is leading the battle between good and evil, as it's never been fought before. He's on a desperate mission to bring down a battalion of ruthless killer cyborgs and save the world.
Lights out, Rex.
Michael Biehn is Sergeant Rex Power Colt in this year's most thrilling, action-packed cyber adventure. Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon. Island and children sold separately.
Yeah. So, that's the game we picked for this month. And it is actually built off of the whole... what if the apocalypse happened as we dreamed it up in the 80s? You know, it was only going to be 10, 15 years. We had cyborgs and floating cars and or hover cars and all that other stuff and laser weapons and... Yep. And so this is the apocalypse revisited through the eyes of the 1980s. So it should be a pretty fun game. Harper, is your husband going to get it? Did we lose Harper? I think
he's playing it actually.
Oh, he's already playing?
Yeah, he's playing one Far Cry game. I don't know if it's that one or not. I don't think it is. I don't know. I'll have to check with him.
Far Cry 3 came out last year? In November or something like
Yeah.
that. And I think this one came out in May. So
It may-
May
no,
1st.
he is playing that
just
one.
now came out. Oh, is he? Is
Yeah,
he enjoying
because
it?
yeah, he's like can't stop playing it because last week he was like, yeah, I got a new game that's coming out. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll
That's
go
cool.
play WoW. But yeah, so I think so.
All right. Jump over to This Week in Tempest.
This Week in Tempest.
All right, let's jump back over to Guild Wars 2.
Sweet. Guild Wars 2, we've been running members through the Molten Alliance facility to get their achievements and title several times throughout the week. That's the temporary dungeon right now for the end of Flame and Frost. It's actually a really sweet dungeon. They should have had this type of dungeon for all the launch dungeons because...
Really?
Yes. It's got really cool mechanics. The little cinematic that they put in for the last... It's a twin boss fight thing. It's really cool, and the mechanics for that are really fun too. And they have alternate endings depending on which one you kill first, so it's pretty tight. Yeah, so we did that, and then Friday night was Guild Mission night. We went and we did the Devour Burrow Rush, and that was really fun. It was shorter than last week's race, but yeah, we turned into little scorpions and did our thing and stuff like that. Yeah,
Nice.
it's fun. And then we did the tier 1 bounties, and then we did the tier 3 treks, and we did PvP afterwards. And Saturday night, we did some more Molten Facility for people that had missed it during the week. And, Path of Twilight Arbor for, I think it was Aki, Dai, and, Patty. Yeah, Patty. They needed it. So we did that. And then just basically every night, we usually finish with some rounds of PvP, tournament PvP. Everybody gets involved. And Skay actually got on our Mesmer and started PvPing this week. And
Cool.
we got some wins out of that with full group, stuff like that. It's really fun. So, good week.
Awesome. How about vodka and deviled eggs?
Well, in World of Warcraft, Vodka and Deviled Eggs, our raid team, went into Throne of Thunder this week and we had some help with pugs from the CTR guild that we're a part of. Thanks to Lou, Velvet Remedy, Demonic Rick, and Morandrasa for stepping in and filling our ranks this week. It's really hard when you come up short, but it's nice to have the resources that we do from CTR. It really is. Big shout out to Miss Lou, who helped us really at a last minute pinch on Thursday where we were left without 2 people with no notice. So she helped us get 2 people and push us through. We went to, we got as far as Magera again, and we did get further than we have. So there was some progress. It's just a very... I don't know. We're just going to have to mad heal through the last part, and that's just how
like
we're
any
going
of
to
the other bosses, though. I mean, you guys remember we were having a hard time with Horadon, and now you guys just rip right through them. So I mean, just get the mechanics down, you're good to go.
It was with these people. It was probably some of the smoothest pulls we've ever had. So with the earlier bosses, and some of those people had never done it in normal. So it was fantastic. And, I really appreciate everyone for stepping in and helping. We missed you, Raph. We're going to try to make things work out where we can raid with you 2 days this week instead of just 1. So we're trying to work that out right now. But it was a good week overall. I really think that people stuck with it, that were really interested in it and staying with it. And like I said, the people that came in and helped were awesome as well. So it was a good time.
Well, I'd have to start off with Marvel Heroes. And this weekend, or this week, last week, or whenever since it was launched worldwide, Iron Man 3 has grossed over $680 million. It is the second highest grossing movie in U.S. history. Also, I think it was 140, 170, somewhere in there, $1 million over the opening weekend. But if you really wanted to get your money's worth out of the Marvel Universe this weekend, you would have tuned into my live stream, where you would have seen Godmocker, Lex, and myself saving the world and fighting against evil. Our alter egos. We were the Hulk, the Wolverine, Daredevil, Captain America, Storm, and Jean Grey in various incarnations. And we were destroying evil and fighting. We took out many, many bad guys and continued on throughout the weekend fighting evil and saving the world. So you can thank us in chat or donate to PayPal. Okay, Neverwinter. Wow, it took a few days to get Tempest all set up because for some reason, I don't know what was going on. It was queues or whatever. Santier was in 7 days in advance. Of course, you can't start a guild unless you have 5 people, and he was by himself. So then a couple of us got in on the next thing 2 days later, but we could never get all of us online on time. Then Tuesday we got in, and I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday before I got Tempest set up. Tempest is now set up and active in Neverwinter. Anyone who got in before tonight is a founding member, but I'm probably slacking. We'll probably make you a founding member anyways, because that just gives you access to the guild bank and everything like that. You can recruit whoever you want, friends, family, whatever. But they do have access to the guild bank, so don't recruit people you run dungeons with because they're evil, needing
yes,
people.
Yes, they are.
Okay, maybe you can. Just leave them as members. Neverwinter, but we got it all set up. We now have 15, actually 16, because I got Godmocker in the 17, founding members who can do just about anything. I did pay the initial bank tab of 150,000 Astral Diamonds to open up the first bank tab, but I am not paying the second one because it's 300,000 and I don't have that many diamonds.
What? Wow.
I think every tab goes up by 150,000 more. That's based on trying to get the second one. I can't look at the third tab cost until I get there. But holy crap, that's a lot of diamonds to get. And I don't know if there's any way to donate diamonds because I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Eric said he couldn't get into the guild bank last night.
Really?
Maybe his rank is set, correct?
Yeah, everyone's set. I will check it out later tonight to make sure because I've been dumping runes, level 1s and 2s, and now double 3 runes in there for people to use, whatever you want.
And also,
though I encourage you not to use them.
I invited Broody, and I couldn't promote him up to founder. I don't think I couldn't get him up that high. Can you?
Should.
'Cause
Everyone should be in.
Broody
I'll
joined
check.
us. Yeah.
I was on just before the show, and I think I had everyone up. But I'll
Okay,
look.
good. Thanks.
I'll
I
look and
figured.
make sure.
He also joined us in WoW too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think there's somebody else who joined WoW, didn't they? This week somebody didn't play WoW. Never played WoW before. I think it's playing WoW now. So, back to Neverwinter. We had to start tabs, expensive, blah, blah, blah. We'll get those set up as we need them. Romeo has led the charge, and he basically hit 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60 before everyone else. And so he's up there, and when he's
So
up
guess
there,
what?
and
When we hit
he's running
60,
instances.
he's going to stop playing, so it doesn't matter. Have fun
I
with
need
that,
to get
Romeo.
him. I need to get him into a good sandbox game that takes years to master, and we'll have him hooked.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah,
I guarantee you.
there's a lot of stuff to do. I mean, he's still got a lot of
Yeah,
stuff
but
to
he's
do.
going to finish it all in the next week or so, and then when everyone else is 60, he will not be playing anymore. Mark my words. That is how Romeo rolls. So, but good. I mean, I congratulated him on hitting 60.
I was also,
That
I
is
tell you what, the guy knows the game. When he isn't like he just rips through it, he knows the game. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and he is a control wizard. If anyone has any questions on control wizard, I'm playing guardian fighter, but I think we've got everything covered, every class covered. So play anything you
so,
want,
yeah.
any way you want. It's pretty awesome. So cool. Any more gaming news? Any more things that we did this week that were exciting in Tempest? GTFO launched. GTFO episode 1 is available
Yeah.
on the Tempest Guild Community
Yeah,
website.
it's a good
Episode
one.
It's Career Reaver and Godmocker and myself talking about game. We have another exciting and fun show that we got everything set up, sound and awesome, everything set up. So we have another fun show planned for this Friday night at 8:30. Tune in, same channel that you're on right now. Tune in. I don't know if I can convince Godmocker to use Twitch and all this stuff at the same time with
I think you guys should
You know.
do shots, like every time you piss one of you guys off or something. That
we haven't got to that
you'll-
point yet. We
you all
we
have
weren't
to
that
do
contentious
shots.
with each other. We're
I
gonna
know,
be.
but
I know. We just got to
you
get. I
need to
got to
make it a
find the right
drinking
topic.
game.
I got to find the right topic. Yeah.
You know me, I got to throw
It is
drinking
a
in
more
there.
explicit. Yeah, there's a more explicit show, so that's for sure. Awesome. Let's do Tempest Awards.
Yeah.
Diemos pats himself on the back.
Mm-hmm. He's too busy looking at his name up there in lights.
Yeah, he's not a big deal.
Yeah, Diemos got the 5K Guild Wars achievement.
Woohoo!
Yeah. And Varn's got his 2-year award. Aki
Congrats,
got
Vonzi.
12 months. That's Aki no session. And then Godmocker and Cirrhosis got that good.
Congrats, both of you.
Yeah. And the thing is, now, all right, those are late, because Sorosis told me he broke through. And he said he was looking through all the different classes, and he found Godmocker. Now, Godmocker hasn't raided since, 6 weeks after the Pandaria launched? And yes, because he picked a rogue class, and I'm not taking anything away from him, because he's in the top 100 for his class, but he picked a rogue class that nobody was playing. And he was pissed because his DPS sucked. I can't imagine why it was the 31st ranked DPS class and whatever. But because, Godmocker did, he put away his level 80 maxed out awesome mage to level a rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, but that's cool. But no, congratulations to both of them. Now, the other thing I have to say, the curious thing was, as we post these things, it's funny, because I sit there and I post these things on there for 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. And as soon as I post something up, first thing I get, comment from Varns, comment from Varns, comment from Varns. This week I'm like, okay, cool, let's see what Varns writes this week, because, I'm going to say, congratulations, Varns, you got 2 years. And so what happens? I post it, day goes by, 2 days goes by, 3 days goes by. I guess it says he missed his own award. that he got it, and I don't know. So I got no response from Varns. So it's pretty amazing. Erica would be there too, but Erica went missing for like 80 days, and so he's not in Tempest anymore. Because the rule, inactive for 60 days without going
Oh, wow, okay.
on leave. Yeah. You got to check the website. Check the website. Once a week, you're good to go. Awesome. So let's jump over and do our last little bit, tips of the week. Harper, what do you got for us?
Well, my tip of the week is about Neverwinter's Gateway. And I'm just going to cover the crafting part of it because it's like awesome and stuff. No, it really is so cool. You can log in from your phone, from your iPad, from your computer, your PC, whatever. And if you're not playing, you can still be crafting. And it works flawlessly. When you log into the game, you have all your...
From your iPad, it works flawlessly? And phone?
Yeah. I actually didn't have any problems with my phone.
Okay.
My iPad, it actually worked a couple of times, and so I'm assuming that that it's
There's
fixed.
some
But I haven't
button
tried it.
overlap issue, yeah, that they
Yeah.
had before. So we'll see.
Yeah, there were some issues with that, but it actually is quite amazing, and
Oh, it's awesome.
it's addicting. It really is. So I'm not as diligent as I should be with it, but I'm learning to get that way. So I make a lot of money doing leadership, and I'm not even online. So yeah, so it's pretty nice. But anyways, that's my tip of the week. Try it out. It's not gonna hurt. If you're playing Neverwinter, you have to do the gateway at least one time. So.
We lost Diemos.
Oh, we sure did. He's frozen.
And that
Now
says I
he's a-
lost him.
Now he's a white blob on the screen.
Mm-hmm. There was a problem with the call. Diemos. Diemos. No, we lost Diemos. Here, we'll end the call with Diemos. See if we get him back. He's got to do his tip of the week. Of course, this is good because I can't have two shows going on in the same week and not have technical difficulties in one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
This is not my fault. This one is not my fault.
No, I don't know what happened there. He hasn't texted me. Has he texted you?
Nope, call failed. Okay, so apparently Virginia has been attacked by North Korea and is now missing. I'm going to go ahead. Diemos' tip for this week was the new dungeon is available on May 12th in Guild Wars 2, so make sure you get your run in. The epilogue for Flame and Frost will begin on May 12th at 12 p.m. Pacific PDT, and go until May 16th. Participation will earn the achievement of Rallying Flame. And if you have completed everything else in Flame and Frost, you will get a Guild Award, the Flame and Frost Award, which is cool because it has flames and frost on it. Looks awesome because I designed it. Okay, so my tip of the week this week is actually All right, I'm gonna steal Romeo's tip that he told me.
Yeah,
All right, as
there you go.
you're leveling up in Neverwinter. All right, you're gonna be like I was complaining about. They have a lot of currency in the game, and you receive these marks or tokens or masks or bottles or flasks or all these different things.
Insignias.
Every zone you go to, some kind of insignia or token or something, whatever. Right, you get those things. My initial reaction was, hey, I'm gonna buy Marks of the Lion with these, and then I was doing that, and I was slowly going up, and I'm like, okay. The Mark of the Lion gear stops at like level 30-something, 32. And I was like, okay, 36, why am I still getting these stupid things? And Romeo's like, oh, that's a waste of time. What you need to do when you're getting up to 60, he goes, just buy and it takes 40 to buy a Mark of the Lion. If you turn in 10 of those insignias, they give you a chest. The chest has a large percentage chance to give you a random green, and a small percentage chance to give you a piece of loot that would drop off of one of these zone bosses. All right, so it is more profitable for you to actually go and get the
Just
chests
buy the
for every
chest
10.
instead of
Just buy the chest. When you get to 60, then worry about getting the stuff you need to get your 60 gear. And that's it. Other than that, too many currencies, Mark of the Lion, Mark of the Manicore, Mark of the Chimera, the Frost Giant, the Fire Giant, the Fairy, the Pixie, the whatever. Waste of freaking currencies. Seriously.
I agree.
Why didn't they learn
too
from
much
Star Wars?
And they don't have a
Learn from
currency
Star Wars.
tab except for the Astral Diamonds and stuff because,
Yeah.
they just take up too
Astral
much
Diamonds-
freaking inventory.
Astral Diamonds is the currency for the game. Gold is not. Gold is for buying flasks and adventure kits. That's it. Right. Astral Diamonds are what you use. The auction house uses Astral Diamonds. That's right. So, all right. Any questions, comments, anything else to go? Good thing I have much. Tony Stacks got his cirrhosis in
This
there.
just in, I think Greer just killed his dog because he ate his pizza. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, Air and Cirrhosis talking smack to each other, which happens all the time anyways.
Yeah.
So that's not really breaking news. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for joining us tonight. I wish Diemos could have joined us tonight. You can leave any feedback on our website and tempestgamecast.com. Send an email to tempestgamecast@gmail.com for my ending credits. And you can follow us on Twitter at tempestgamecast, and you can also follow me on Twitter at Scrivean, and you can also follow Harper on there at Finally, FYNNLEIGH. And that will be updated hopefully this week. And then if you're interested in joining the Tempest Gaming Community, you can visit tempestguild.us. If you're recruiting our recruiting videos, various other videos, this show, and GTFO, are all located on the Tempest Game Community page on YouTube. We hope you have a great week gaming. We look forward to seeing you in-game in the game of your choice.
Have a great week. Thanks for joining us. Oh, now Diemos is online.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.